Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to look at all the books that I have planned to read for the month of May. Now, I have planned to read a total of 7 books in May. So my monthly average is usually 5, but even though I'm still working, I think I have more time than before, the lockdown and everything, which is why I'm trying to push my limit. Let's see how that goes. And without any delay, the first book that I'm going to read is The Wrongful Death by Kenneth B. Anderson. Actually, I've started this book and it is possible that by the time you see this video, I've already finished this. I'm reading this as part of a blog tour by The Right Reads. If you don't know The Right Reads, they are a very friendly and welcoming group for book bloggers in Twitter. They do this blog tour and giveaways for bloggers every now and then, and also they have this BBNYA Book Bloggers Novel of the Year Award event for indie authors especially. So if you know any indie authors, please inform them about this award. Talking about The Wrongful Death, this is the third book in the Great Devil Wars series. It is a middle grade fantasy book and it's about a boy named Philip. So I would say by the third book, the characters are, becoming older and they are teenagers now. So in the first book, Philip accidentally gets into hell and he starts training as the apprentice of the devil, Lucifer himself. So that's how this whole series begins. So I don't want to spoil anything for you in case you want to read the series. So in this third book, Philip has to go to hell in order to bring back his friend Sam. So certain things happen and Sam is again accidentally in hell and Philip feels responsible, so he has to go back, and this is in a way the extraction of Sam. So I'm already in love with the whole series. I mean, there is amazing world building and characters and storyline. So everything about this series I am really fascinated. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book. So the second book that I'm going to read is The Harrow Lake by Kat Ellis. Again, this is part of an ultimate blog tour by The Right Reads. I have started a few pages of this book. It comes out in July, I think. So this is actually a paranormal thriller book. I don't read paranormal books, but this is from Penguin Books, so I couldn't say no. The story takes place in Harrow Lake, a haunted village where Nolan North shot his iconic movie, The Nightjar. When a terrible accident happens, Nolan's daughter Lola is shipped off to Harrow Lake to keep her away from the media. But Lola discovers a lot of secrets and superstitions and monster stories in Harrow Lake, and she has her own deep buried secrets. So when Lola goes after these secrets and monsters, she discovers a lot more than what she had hoped for. I've started a few pages in the book. It's really entertaining and creepy, so I'm only trying to read it during daytime, but I'm really invested in this one, even though it's a bit creepy. So that's all I know for now. Moving on, the next book is a light and fluffy YA romance. In case you have noticed, the first 2 books that I'm going to read this month are really dark ones, so I added a light book to mix things up. So What I Like About You by Marisa Cantor is the story of Hallie, who is a book blogger. So now you see why I'm personally interested in this story. So if you don't know, I blog at bookbookworld.com. I will leave that link in the description box in case you want to check that out. Anyway, back to Hallie. Hallie has this online persona under the name Kels. She matches book covers with cupcakes, that is her USP. Nash is her online best friend. He is this geeky guy who writes graphic novels. When Hallie moves to a new town, she meets Nash in real life. So in a moment of panic and doubt, Hallie decides to keep her identity from Nash. I mean, she cannot find the courage to tell him that she is in fact Kels. So from there on, things spiral out and get out of hand. So I'm hoping for a light read here, which actually explores this clash between the virtual and real life identities. So the next book in my TBR is The Belphur Void by Joy Rogers. I got this book from the Book Tasters. So 30 years back, 2 scientists in the physics department of Belphur University die as they accidentally open up a portal to the void. So scientists all over the world have been studying the void ever since, but nothing fruitful ever came out. So the void is now kind of a joke in the scientific community. And then we have our main character Andy, who is a PhD student in voidology. She has this uncanny ability to remember everything that she has ever heard. Then there is a section of bad guys who are researching the void as well, and they want to use Andy's ability for their own benefit. So overall, this book sounds like a great premise for a scientific thriller. I mean, the whole idea of portal and evil scientists using a girl with superpowers, it actually gives me a Stranger Things vibe. So let's see. And the next book is The Little Bookshop of Love Stories by Jamie Edmonds. Now, if you don't know, I love reading adult contemporary romance fiction, especially women's fiction books. So this one is right up my alley. The book comes out in May. So Hallie Winston is fired on a Monday and she finds herself the owner of a bookshop. I mean, I want to be Hallie after hearing that. Who doesn't love owning a bookshop? I mean, if you love to read, that is. So Hallie has this dream bookshop at her possession. Adding to the magic, she finds out some hidden love letters inside each book in the store. So with this new chance, perhaps it is time for Hallie to find her own love story. I just love stories about bookstores, and there's a romance in this. Hoping to have a fun time. I don't know much about this book. So like I said in the beginning, I'm trying to read more books in May. So this is again the second book in my TBR with a bookstore in the backdrop. Since I am reading a similar book, I thought I could add this one as well because this NetGalley EARC is sitting in my TBR since 2019. It's high time I read it because the book has already come out. Yeah, I thought I would share this with you guys. The Little Bookshop at Herring Cove by Kelly Hales is a love story. It is a hate to love trope as far as I can tell. Hallie loves her bookshop, but a corporate property dealer, Alexander Fletcher, is ready to take on her shop to the market if she is willing to give it up. But then Alex comes up with a plan so that her shop could succeed. So they both have to work together now because, he wants the property to be viable and she wants the shop to succeed. So this is one of those opposite attract story, and they're always fun. So last book that I'm going to read this month is The Essence of Perfection by Neither Brooks. This is another NetGalley EARC. For some reason, I thought this was a thriller and requested a copy, but then I got accepted and I read the synopsis again. And that's when I found out this is actually a hard-hitting contemporary novel. I mean, that's fine because I love reading contemporary as well. Nicole King is the queen of fragrance. She has this chance to make a fragrance for an up-and-coming pop star, which could make her brand, wait for it, legendary. So Nicole always maintains a mystery to her brand. That is her USP, and she is extremely cautious in her life because of that. So not a lot of people know this side of her until an online spill. So now Nicole is supposed to go after everything that she has ever wanted to do, and in this journey she finds herself, but there are some dark secrets in her life which pretends to come out and spoil everything that Nicole has built up so far. So basically the story is about Nicole facing her life as it is. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this or what to expect from this whole story, but I'm reading it anyway. So let's see. Those are all the books that I mean to read in May. I hope you enjoyed watching them all. So stay tuned to see how I felt about each of these books because I will be posting reviews of all these books. And if you want the entire list, I will leave the link to the TBR in my blog. And if you have read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you have any other similar books that you think I would enjoy, please leave them in the comments below as well. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates and book discussions. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.